English learners I've spoken to want to know one thing: how to feel confident, fluent, peaceful during conversations, especially professional interviews. Stay tuned because I will share 6 strategies that will help you feel a lot more confident while you give your interviews without feeling nerves, without feeling anxiety, because you'll be able to get that specific outcome that you want. Happy 2023! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Francisca from English to Thrive, English Confidence Mentor, and I help tech-savvy, ambitious professionals feel limited and frustrated because they cannot conduct themselves confidently in conversations in English as well as they do in their native language. So if you want to know more about that, about my signature program, the English Confidence Method, I will leave a link below so you can check it out. And let's start this. So if you're excited to watch this video, do not forget to give it a little like and subscribe to the channel as I release videos every Friday for your personal and professional growth in English. Now, before we get into the 6 strategies that will help you conduct yourself better in job interviews or interviews that you're preparing as material for your membership or a course that you're creating, I do want to invite you to download an everyday imitation audio that I have with phrases that will help you feel more like a native English speaker and embed phrases that will make your interviewer go, oh my God, he really knows what he's talking about and he has a very good level of English. So check that out below. Now, I remember passing interviews for when I was interviewing for my master's degree of translation interpreting, and I know that I felt very, very nervous. I also remember having passed an internship in which I interviewed with a British speaker, and I remember feeling a mix of emotions, excitement, and thinking, what is this person going to think about me? Are they going to think that I'm good enough? So I really understand you and I really get you. So first tip is you want to work on your confidence within, because you have to think that you're an amazing and brilliant professional and they would be lucky, amazingly lucky to have you in their company, in their organization. To do that, you really have to not just say it, but believe it within. And for that, I have some amazing exercises. You can do some journaling and write about how amazing you are, what professional assets and skill sets you can contribute to the company. And you can also listen to positive audios that will reprogram your brain to think that you are really valuable as a human being. And there's an amazing video from Amy Cuddy, and she talks about confidence poses. Now, I really love this because how you stand and how you conduct yourself in your day-to-day will really change yourself internally, change your emotions and the way you think about yourself. See, it's not the same to being in an interview and be sitting like this or like this, you know, with your head up, chest up. And there's this pose that's called the superhero pose, in which you stand up and you do this. And it seems like such a maybe like little silly exercise, but it really helps to get you in the mood before something nerve-wracking such as an interview where you're speaking with an authority or someone that maybe intimidates you a little bit. And another thing that can help you also build the confidence within is listening to songs, and I call them hype songs. If you want to learn more about it, you better check out this video where I explain how to overcome anxiety while speaking English. But for an interview, you have to make sure that you're pumped up, that you're happy, that you reframe nerves as excitement, right? And so put like a little song that you like on Spotify, maybe dance to it a little bit and get yourself in the mood to rock that interview. That's what I want you to do. Now remember that all these taxes are little things that will help you build the confidence within, because if you don't know your worth, if you don't know your value deep within, then it's going to be more difficult to convince someone else of how brilliant and worthy you are. So it all starts with you. As a matter of mindset, the most difficult negotiation is between you and yourself. Once you believe that you're capable of doing something, like you mentalize yourself, I really can pass this interview even if it's not in my native language, you can do it. So it all starts with your mindset. We talked about building confidence within, and the second thing is really to have a structure. And by structure, I mean that if you go into an interview without any preparation, it's like if you go into an exam without studying, without any preparation beforehand, and that can really increase your nerves and increase your anxiety. So what I would advise is that you have prepared little prompts, such as a script, but you have to be careful with that because you don't want to sound robotic. There has to be a balance between structure and improvisation, right? And so, for example, if you already know that they're gonna ask you about your role in your previous company, then rehearse that and write it down and read it again and again so that you can be prepared. But do not be so much in your head. Do not memorize it, and so that when you go and sit down, you already have that robotically. Just internalize it, but make sure that you also sound natural, assertive. Make sure that you sound more like a human being. So it's very important, this thing of like, okay, you make yourself a little script, but also maybe they're asking you a question that you didn't anticipate, but because you've already built your confidence within, you know that you can tackle the answer to the question. Now, the third thing is really show your personality. See, you've been selected for the interview for a reason. They already see you, maybe they've seen your face, maybe they've seen your profile. And the important thing is that you do not only believe that you are your job or you are what you do. It's really important that if you are smiley, if you're a person that's dynamic, if you're an extrovert, or even if you're an introvert, you show yourself as you are and not try and pretend that you're someone else. Because the moment that you try and pretend that you're someone else, you stop being you. And like I said, you've been selected for a reason. I remember when I had this interview, and it wasn't an in-person thing, it was an interview by phone. I remember that I laughed. I remember that I jokingly answered to things. And I'm not saying that you should laugh during the interview. It all depends with the person and the voice that you are listening to. But I'm saying that you relax a little bit, and that's why confidence building, within is the most important thing that you can do. So don't try and pretend that you're someone else. Remember your position, remember your skill set, and just try and be you. And with this also, make sure that if you don't know how to use a word that's maybe a little advanced, don't use it. Use words that you already know. Do not go ahead and use a phrase that you're not sure how to use just to impress, because that will actually make you more nervous or anxious. And also remember that being you and showing yourself, showing your personality makes you different from everyone else. Just remember that. Now, the fourth tip, and this goes in line a little bit with the structure and the script, is to know how to give great answers to questions. And for that, you need to do a little bit of research, you need to do a little bit of preparation. It's like when you're gonna negotiate with someone, right? It's like you don't go ahead and just interview the person. Maybe you're on a sales call, you sometimes make them feel some questions beforehand. It's the same. Here, you don't want to jump in and go blindly, and if you're applying for a position in a company, go to LinkedIn, make sure that you know their profile, make sure that you know their values, maybe ask someone else. The thing is that you have to do a little bit of research and have some sort of information prepared about your aspirations, your curriculum. There is a question that I remember one student of mine that applied to the program said, they once asked me, like, how do you see yourself in 5-10 years? So think about it now, like, how do you see yourself in 5-10 years? And mentalize yourself answering that question. You can maybe say, well, I see myself at a top position in a company because my biggest aspiration is to learn some tech skills that will get me learning about this program, and with this I can make the company grow by this percentage. And I'm just inventing now because I'm not actually in a tech company now. But what I mean is that discover what they really want and what they really care about, so you can have answers prepared beforehand. Now, there's a couple questions that I would like you to practice, and one of them is, what would your previous employer say about you, and how was the culture within your company? So I'll leave you to think. I cannot do all the work. Okay, the fifth tip, and this is a big one. It is try not to be intimidated by the authority that you have in front of you. And I know, because I've been there, sometimes we see a person on a pedestal because, you know, they have achieved this and this and this, and they're the owner of this, and they have written this. Well, we are all human beings, and the truth is that they need you. Like, you not only need them. Maybe you're thinking, oh my God, I really want this because I want to have a better salary. I really want this because this is my best option. Yes, okay, it may be true, but they're also looking for you. So make sure that you have that mindset of, this is the fellow human being who also deals with like nerves every day, who has responsibilities, who has a family. He also gets nervous from time to time. He also goes to sleep. He breathes. He eats same as me. Try and not put them on a pedestal. Try and look at them as a fellow human being. And I've experienced this a lot, especially when I was starting my business. I was speaking with high-level professionals, and sometimes I thought, okay, maybe they're better than me because they have more experience in this. But the truth is that you have a different skill set that will be useful for them as well inside of the role. So try and, again, empathize with them. And once you remove them from the pedestal and see that you're actually a brilliant contribution to them, you're gonna feel a lot more calm and everything's gonna be all right. Like I said, first thing, remember what we talked about confidence building and seeing your own worth and value. That's very important. Now, the sixth and last one, and this is very important, is if English is not your native language, then practice. Okay, and most of you are also obviously watching because you maybe have a position that you want to apply in Canada or the US or in a company where you speak English every day. And our brains are reprogram themselves based on what we listen to, based on what we immerse ourselves every day. And if you want to learn more about my own methodology, in which is, you learn by sound, immersion, and practice and all that, make sure you check out this video right here. You'll find it super valuable because you'll have a fluency action plan. But apart from that, I really want you to mentalize that you have to practice. Practice makes perfect. So you cannot expect to go in the interview, and again, just as you research about the company, work on your language skills as well. Because if this is your second language, your third language, that is a factor that's probably going to add some nerves too. And why would you want to add more nerves, right? And so I really advise that you do an exercise that's called shadowing. And I also have a special gift that's showing in the audio just for you that you can practice, and it will make you think less in your native language and more in English. That's a good start to improve fluency. I'll link it below. So you're welcome for that. But yeah, so do some shadowing, and also practice with the everyday imitation audio that I'll also link below. In this imitation audio, what you do is that you have an everyday phrase and you imitate it and you repeat it. And it's very important that you not only repeat it robotically, but that you really listen to the tone, that you listen to the structure and imitate it just as you would be a native English speaker. And another thing that you can do is go into Spotify and listen to podcasts about your own field. So if you're a tech savvy professional, go and search for that kinds of podcasts. And the more you listen to that, you'll feel less nervous because you'll already be immersed with topics that are about your own profession. And remember, practice does not have to be something you do only with someone else. You can practice by yourself, and I have an excellent video that can help you increase your listening skills and fluency skills so that you can go confidently into that next interview in English. So let me know in the comments below if you these days have a job interview. Let us know how are you feeling. Are you going to implement one of these tactics? Let me know. I would love to know. And as always, remember to like this video if you enjoyed it and you find it useful, and subscribe to the channel because I release videos every week so that you can achieve total confidence and fluency and achieve specific outcomes in your life and workplace. So do not forget that I also have a signature program called the English Confidence Method. Students from all over the world are loving it and are also capitalizing on opportunities in English speaking scenarios. So you can click the link below and we'll have a little chat. Alright, see you in the next video, and do not forget that I have some videos that can help you in your professional growth in English. Just have to click the link right here. See you!